Hey there, it's Rick.Honig, Enterprise Architecture. This is the NFR framework for Fannie Mae. So when you think about NFRs, it's really in the requirements gathering process. And during that, there's two types of requirements. There's the functional and the non-functionals. Non-functionals are the parameters that the system works in. So think of it like this. You have a business goal to catch a bunch of fish. You could use dynamite, but local law is probably going to make you use a hook and some bait. It's about scalability and performance, declaring how available the system's going to be and when it's peak usage. There's also tons about security. So for example, you have your business partner. They want you to win a race. You're gonna have to have a certain level of performance, but that's all you know. Sounds like they want you to build them a rocket ship. So the race has rules, and as far as your requirements gathering is gone, you know it's got to turn and it's got to stop, but you can make a rocket ship turn, you can make a rocket ship stop. You might also need to consider maybe building them a car for this race. So to make it simple, you can think of non-functionals or NFRs as the constraints or the parameters that a system has to operate in. Okay, so where did the NFRs come from? They're built out of the policies, standards, regulations, and the enterprise goals. So we didn't just come up with them. And what we've done is boiled down all of the relevant policies and standards and the enterprise goals into succinct statements. So let's talk about the NFR framework. It's everything we just mentioned, all the statements boiled down across the enterprise into a catalog of requirements. There's over 350 of them, and they're all categorized into different areas, like security. Another good point is they're in doors. So not only do we have a copy of them on our SharePoint site, you can email us, and you can also use the doors system to find the latest NFR repository or the NFR framework. So one of the cooler things we did was we made it usable. We have a use case tool in the framework that allows people to take a look at each use case they have, rules-based, or if they're in the cloud or using NPI data, and figure out which of the 350 are applicable to their system or project, because we know not every project is going to need to consider all 350 requirements. When you use our tool, you can determine which of the 350 are pertinent to your project, and you're still compliant with the standards and regs. So again, you have your business partner, and they want you to win this race, and you're pretty certain you can build them a rocket ship. But you start looking into the race's non-functional requirements, and you see, well, there's a couple other things in here. I gotta have 4 wheels on this thing. I could do that. It's gotta run on gasoline. I can do that. It's gotta be able to turn left. Ooh, I might be able to do that. And it's got to have brakes. Oof. You're probably going to need to build a car. All right, so recap. It's the NFR framework managed by EA. Every quarter, we take in any requests to change any of the NFRs and go through a governance process with each of the category owners. It's the enterprise collection of constraints for systems, which all came from the policies, standards, and so on. For more, shoot us an email or check out our SharePoint site.